Today I'm going through the heart of the southernmost area in Sweden. My first stop of the day is Karaby Backar, a few hills that probably houses old Bronze Age graves. Nowadays the hills are home to these curious horses. The top of the highest hill gives you this panoramic view of the surrounding agricultural landscape. As I'm passing Öved's Kloster Castle, I decide to stop and have a look at its garden. The castle has a cafe and a shop, but none of them were open when I visited. The garden, however, is open every day between 9 and 4 and is free of charge. The castle was built in French Rococo style between 1763 and 1776, designed by architect Carl Hårleman, who passed away before the construction began. The construction was led by another architect, Jan-Erik Rehn, who also designed the interiors. The nearby Öved's church was just like the castle designed by Carl Hårleman and with interiors by Jan-Erik Rehn. The roads here are lovely to drive and the rolling hills offer some nice views. I take a break at Ramnakullabackarna Nature Reserve, which is a good spot to enjoy the hilly terrain that the Rommeleåsen Ridge has to offer. After a while, the hills gives way to the sea as I arrive in Ystad, where I replace a malfunctioning memory card for my camera. The old part of Ystad is beautiful, but I need to move on as I have other plans for the afternoon. I make another quick stop at Sandhammaren, a long stretch of sandy beach which is considered to be one of Sweden's finest beaches. The nature here is protected as a nature reserve. The lighthouse has warned seafarers about the shallow waters around Sandhammaren since 1862. The journey continues along the coastline, and we are heading for what I consider to be one of the most beautiful beaches in Sweden. The beach I'm about to visit is accessible by a village called Cannabic Susan. These fishermen shacks looks old, but they were built in the 1950s. One of them houses a small chapel. A majority of the beach is a part of Stenshuvud National Park, which we will be seeing more of later on. Along the shore runs a slope with trees hanging out over the sand, creating an almost tropical beach feel. Continuing further north to the national park's main entrance, where you will find the Stenshuvud Naturum Visitor Center. From here I'm hiking up to the top of the peak at 97 meters over sea level, from where you will get a good view over the shoreline and the sea. On the way to the top, the trail runs through a lush beech forest mixed with large oak trees. On the top there are three different viewpoints, the south, north and east peak, which will give you different perspectives of the surrounding landscape. Back down from the top, I head south of the main entrance to a lovely open area consisting of large oak trees, a rocky part, and a sandy heath, everything alongside the beach we visited earlier. It's a really beautiful evening as I head into the sunset towards Brösarp, where I will be staying for the night. My accommodation is a great Airbnb in Brösarp, where I have stayed once before. I let the owner's two cats in for some water directly out of the tap, followed by an evening nap. Ja, ska du också dricka? Ja, upp det.